Star Wars Rebels Heroes of Mandalore. I know I'm a little late on this, but I was a little busy and I figured, hey, might as well do it now, better than never, so here we go. Ezra and Kanan help out Sabine and her clan to save her captured father from the Imperials on Mandalore, only for Sabine to later be forced to come face to face with a dark and sinister chapter of her past. Now, just a quick warning, but I will be going into spoilers here, so be warned. And as always with my Rebel reviews, I point out my likes and dislikes of the episode, starting out with my likes. Alright, so I'll point out the obvious here, but there was action. A lot of it in both these episodes actually. We got to see some real Mando on Imperial fighting going on that we've been getting teased for quite a while now. Normally I would complain that the Imperial forces got taken out a little too easily, but since we had not only Mandalorian warriors fighting here, but together 2 Jedi, I felt the loss by the Empire here was fair. Number 2, Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan made her debut on the show and I couldn't be happier. She was such an incredible character in the Clone Wars and one of my favorites. The amount of hardships that she went through and to still see her fighting is inspiring. After all, she not only lost Mandalore, the Darksaber, but as well her sister Tamal. And now she's forced to fight again to take back the planet from the Empire. Sabine giving Bo-Katan the Darksaber and letting her now be the official ruler of the Mandalorian Resistance was my favorite part of these 2 episodes by far. Number 3, the Duchess. I really dug this Imperial superweapon. It was powerful, yet at the same time, it had its limits. The way it actually caused likely some unbelievable pain to the Mandalorians before actually vaporizing them was not only visually cool, but something I never really expected to see on Rebels. So well done to the show producers here. The Duchess really felt like a great fit and element in the story overall. Now as for my dislikes. Number 1. I doubt this will be a bewilderment of anyone, but seeing Sabine's mother and brother and what we thought that they had died, actually revealed to be living only seconds after we're led to believe that they had been vaporized with the rest of their forces, it just kind of ruined my immersion there. Sure, they give a somewhat weak excuse for their survival, but I really think the Duchess would have been more dangerous had it really destroyed them. Not only would it further grow Sabine's arc, but add some incredible tension and fear to this episode, really making you believe that the Empire does mean business here. Sure, the Duchess did vaporize a squad of Mandos, but like always in Rebels, the only ones who do die are those masked and mainly anonymous. Having Sabine's family, who we actually know and have seen their faces, would have made a much more greater impact. 2. I also found it incredibly lame how Governor Saxon captures Sabine and forces her to fix the Duchess, literally right at the moment during the whole Mando invasion of his Star Destroyer. Couldn't he had rather captured her, get rid of the Clan Ren attackers, and then the next day make Sabine fix the Duchess? Also, while on that topic, how is it that the Duchess was programmed to only work with Beskar alloy and Mando armor, and Sabine in only a couple of button flicks in the heat of the moment manages to completely change how the Duchess works and now only attacks those in Stormtrooper armor? I felt that moment was really stretching it. And while we're on that, how the heck is it that the Empire needed Sabine that badly just to get the super weapon completed? You're telling me that there was no one in the whole Galactic Empire that would have figured out how to properly finish it? That Sabine, a 16-year-old Mandalorian girl, a kid, was actually the only one in the entire galaxy who knew more about an Imperial superweapon than the actual Imperials did. Yeah, no. I see what you're selling, but I'm not buying it. Number 3. So this one doesn't really have anything to do with the story of the episodes, but more of the actual show. I'm still disappointed that Lucasfilm has still yet to address the whole Mando diversity thing. It's just, how come we never seen a Mando of a different skin color before? Only until now, in Rebels. In George's Clone Wars, the only Mandos we ever saw were white with blonde hair. Funny enough, pretty much an Aryan race actually. I personally feel it would have been nice for them to actually explain this somewhere along in the story, rather than just randomly shoehorning us this diverse look of Mandalorians. Unless it's a whole Disney forcing diversity in Star Wars kind of thing and they just don't want to address it, I really don't know. When I first saw this scene in the trailer, I figured, cool, maybe they'll actually explain this in the show, and nope, they didn't. They just pretended like it's always been the case in Star Wars. Missed opportunity there to further add more depth to the Mandalorian canon lore. Overall, this premiere wasn't my favorite, as mostly I never really did honestly care for the whole Mandalorian arcs and Rebels. It's weird, I absolutely love them in Clone Wars, yet in Rebels they just seem kind of meh for me. However, Bo-Katan was the main standout of the episodes for me, and while I really did wish that she had more than just a supporting role, it did make sense why they went the way they did. It was Sabine's story first and foremost. But the ending really was cool, and it actually made me want to see more Mandalorian stuff on this show. Just now with Bo-Katan leading the charge, of course. But what did you all think of this? Did you agree or disagree with my likes and dislikes? Let me know in the comments down below. But that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share, and subscribe to the channel to not only support it, but keep up with Star Wars news, gaming, and canon lore released every week. And consider following me on Twitter and Facebook to never miss out on the latest Star Wars related content. And if you still want to stay part of the conversation, then definitely join us on the official SYLO Discord channel. On that note, thanks for watching and may the Force be with you.